The VA has certain qualifications. The credit score is not one of them. So this is a really good question because a lot of people have misconceptions about credit scoring as it relates to the VA, as it relates to mortgage lenders, because there's a lot of different information that has been put out there. And let's start with the VA first of all, because this is the most important thing. The VA doesn't have any credit score requirement, none. The lenders have the credit score requirement. It's basically what we call an overlay. The credit score of a 580, 620, whatever you've heard, that's coming from the lender. It's not the VA. But the VA does have certain requirements for us as veterans to say, this is the box we want the veteran to be in. And there's certain things that come along with qualifying for a VA. Obviously, one of those is you have to be honorably discharged from the military in order to qualify. Yes, so if you served in the military and you were dishonorably discharged, well, guess what? No VA loan for you. The credit score requirement from the VA, 0. The requirement from the lender depends. You probably have heard 620, you may have heard 580. The lender I work with, we do not have score requirements at all. We completely underwrite according to VA policies, not additional overlays like most lenders will have. So if you've got a question about a loan, definitely hit me up. But again, the credit score requirement from the VA, 0. Depending on the lender that you go through, they may tell you, hey, we need you to have a 620. We may need you to have a 580. Really, it's gonna depend on who that lender is. Even though the VA does not have a credit score requirement, you still need good credit. Why? Because it will have an impact on your interest rate. So although the VA does not require you to have a certain credit score, the lenders may, but it also affects other items, other areas of your life when you don't have good credit. So don't use this as a reason to say, my credit doesn't matter, I can still get a VA loan, because that may not be the case. You still wanna have good credit because, well, number one, it's gonna affect your interest rate. Let's just be real here. Interest rates are still very much dependent on a credit score. It absolutely is. And although there are some lenders that don't have overlays for credit scoring, yes, we may be able to do a loan if your score is 500 or 520 or 480 or whatever, but it's still gonna impact your credit score. So you wanna make sure you take care of your credit. It could also affect your insurance. It can affect other areas of your life, obviously, that require you to have a credit score. So you don't wanna just let your credit go to crap just because you still think you get a VA loan. Because there's way more that gets affected by having a lower credit score than just your impact, should I say, on being able to get qualified for a mortgage loan. So this is not a reason for you to just let your score go to crap. VA has 0 credit score requirements. However, every lender is probably gonna have their own. Most lenders have overlays. So what does that mean? That means if it's a VA loan, an FHA loan, or a conventional loan. FHA, for example, has certain requirements. They have credit score requirements. They have minimum credit score requirements on FHA. But hypothetically, just say FHA loan says, hey, the minimum score is gonna be 550, and I'm just making this up right now, okay? Don't send in the comments, no, it's lower. I'm just giving you an example. They say 550. The lender, depending on who it is, may have a credit score requirement of 580. So it's called an overlay because the lender's requirement overlays goes on top of what the minimum requirement is for FHA. That's why it's called an overlay. So when it comes to VA specifically, in order to get a VA loan, you need this credit score. The VA does not say that, but the lender, depending on their risk tolerance, may say, yeah, I know you don't need a credit score, but for us to feel comfortable, we need you to have a 580, or we need you to have a 620. So it overlays over top and goes above what the VA is requiring. So make sure when you're talking with a lender that you're dealing with someone that really understands the nuances that come along with VA loans. Again, guys, I hope you got some value out of this. Do me a favor, please comment below and tag someone who needs to hear this. We need to spread this information. That is just a portion of what you need to learn as it relates to VA loans, credit scores, and overlays. You need to get some additional information. Go check out this video right here. That will continue to arm you with the information and the knowledge that you need to make sure that when you're looking to take advantage of this great benefit we have, you are maxing out all your benefits. Go check that video out. I'll see you over there.